Good morning. Few of you had been asking for another video on the short game, bunker play, pitching, flopping, chipping out of rough, all of that. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to try and play a club tournament, and we are going to miss every single green. We're going to miss Actually, should we try and play a big banana ball here? Let's just play a fun shot here. This is a fun win. Let's play a huge big banana slice right around the corner and get fairly close to the green. Let's check which tees we're off. I've been caught out by that before. We get way to the right there. Round she blows. There you go. It just leaves us a wedge to the green. So yeah, we're going to miss every green, and we're going to try and go bunkers in deep rough. I'm not going to leave any easy pitches, and we're going to see how we do. The aim is to break par. See if we can stay in contention in the club tournament. So I'm just going to try and put it in this left-hand bunker here. We'll go for the fat part of the bunker. I was trying to hit lots of these in the clash the other day, and actually what you'll find is that some bunkers are actually quite hard to hit, particularly if you're in a heavy wind and you're not used to aiming at them. I'm going to be in some places that I've never been before today, so it's going to test me a little bit as well. We only just hit that one. I say they're only a few yards wide. Some of these they actually take a little bit more hitting than you might think. So on this one, we're actually going to play a full shot here. A flop won't reliably reach. I'm not even sure it'll carry the ridge. You need to know how far the ball is likely to fly. That's got we've got to fly at least 15. The only shot that's going to do that is a full shot. It's going to break right to left. You can see the dots moving. You can see the different colours. It's going to go like this. So we're going to aim slightly right. It is a little bit downwind. I mean, this one might run on a little bit. So you just need to know roughly how far these are going to fly, and then to judge the rollout. No heartbeats. That's not a great sign, but we got the distance right. We just overplayed the borrow a little bit, and it leaves an easy putt for a par. It's worth being a little bit careful with this one. There is a bit of break on it, but it's nothing that you need to worry about. You should just be able to tap this in and move on. Okay, and that's one sound safe. Where do we want to miss this? I mean, it's looking like bunkers again here, right? There's plenty of bunkers by the green. Bit of 40-50 rough there. Just whack this up there. Right, we do still want to shoot a decent score, so I'm not going to leave it in any impossible places. So this stuff here, that is the short-sided there. The chance of getting that close is nil. This is the place to be in this bunker over the right here. It's an easy pitch up the green. So we'll just wedge it into there, and job's a good one. Go for that nice fat part of the bunker so we don't miss it. But if we go on the 40-50, that's okay too. It gets to show you how we might play that. I guess it's pretty much the same shot as the last time. Now this one is, I believe, up the hill, and is likely to stop a little bit quicker. It's right to left braking, but it's there's a reasonable slope there. You can see that's going up the hill. So we're going to give this a little bit extra for This might only roll sort of 4 or 5 yards going up there. Instinct tells me I can aim this straight at the hole, but I'm just going to aim a little bit right and allow for the ball's on the ground rolling right to left a lot more than it's in the air drifting left to right in the wind. That rolled 6. That rolled a little bit further than I had hoped. I hoped to maybe land that. Fraction less and roll a fraction less. But nevertheless, this is, again, it's a straightforward, but it's almost straight downhill, this one, little bit of break. But on a 10-speed green, we can just give this a whack. Let's see, I mean, that's not going to... aim at the edge of the cup. It's remove a fraction, but not a lot. This is what we gave that a whack, wasn't it? Okay, 2 sand saves. Came up with this idea in the clash because I was trying to get us some sand saves, and I'm playing Torrey Pines. It's actually quite hard to get them there. Couldn't afford to mess one up, so I couldn't go in places that I felt were closer to sort of 50-50. So we'll bang it in this one on the right. Again, the one on the right is the place to miss. The left, it's going to slope away from me there. I'm not sure we can stop that close, particularly if we're in the middle of the bunker rather than right under the face. Eventually, when we're firing these in here deliberately, full backspin, we'll get a terrible lie. We'll get a sort of a 60-70 lie. I'll show you how to play those. Okay, 30-40 again. It's the same shot as this before. So let's play a flop this time. We could play the full shot. We could play the flop. From here you could probably play the pitch as well. Pitch might want to roll on a little bit. Again, going up into the wind now. A flop with my my mid wedge will carry 11 yards, full flop. So the important thing with these, just know how far you carry the ball. For me, I know this flies 11. I'll take a little bit off, try and fly it about 10, roll it 5. It's going up the hill. Ooh, my goodness, that landed 10 that was predictable. Rolled 7. It does run a bit with the 22-yard wedge, unfortunately. I just thought going up the hill it probably wouldn't. That's where knowing the courses comes in. I mean, that's not a place you should be very often. That's not a place I think I've ever been before, so you're sort of guessing a little bit. Certainly the places that you would go regularly, you need to be clear on what those are likely to do. Bunkers by the side of par 5s and stuff. Now, this is a great golf hole, this one. But we're not going to play it properly today. We're going... we could put it in this front bunker. We certainly can't put it in the right-hand side one. That's dead. The deep rough or that bunker is scrambling for your par. Let's aim at this one. It's not a very big target, that, actually. If we miss it, though, it's in 40-50 deep rough, which is equally good for showing you what we're trying to do. Let's take a little bit off this one. Looks like we went a bit, about a yard or two too far there. Yeah, a yard or two too far. Okay, so when you're pitching out of this, you've got to try. I mean, you can play a pitch, but it's going to roll and roll and roll and roll. On this one, I mean, really, I want this to be rolling as little as possible going up that That's quite a bendy green. So I'm actually going to play the full shot again, which you can see it's breaking. The wind and the break go in the same direction. We're just going to try and land it sort of midway, roll it up there. Got the heartbeat straight in the hole. Happy days. That's got the hole out. We really ought to be able to come in under par from here. We'll play a fun shot here. I mean, you can play a little bit of topspin and sort of get it running down the hill. I don't think we'll catch the thick of the hill today. Yeah. That'll be a lovely distance, that, for a normal full shot. Out to topspin. Anyway, we are not going for the pin. We can't go for this either. This sort of area is cool, right? In this this little bit. I'm not going to leave it on the front of the green, just on the fringe. That's too straightforward. Let's go for another bunker. You can get the feel for what we're trying to achieve here. So, 15 yards. That seems to be the rigor of the day. That 15 yards. It's going up again a little bit. The wind into general rule. It's going to be 16 yards. I'd sort of 30-ish% coming out of there, and then determine how much it's going to roll. I'd rather be a bit short than a bit long here, so I'm probably going to undercook this a fraction, if anything. It's not as tempting as it is to go for the hole out. Leaving this slightly short, and if anything, slightly right is definitely the way to go. Try and get it within a yard, though. Just a bit frightened of the big bounce. I've had a couple of those so far. There we go. Yeah, yard short. Flew 8, rolled 6. The harder you hit them, the more they will want to react when they hit the green. The softer you hit them, there's almost no spin at all, and they'll just want to roll and roll and roll, and those get difficult, which is why certainly from 11 yards and less, I would always look to flop. Very difficult to control a full shot from there. You flop with your most lofted club. In my case, it will fly 7. And the roll is completely dependent on the green contour. Sometimes it's only 1 or 2 yards. Sometimes it's 10 or 11. So you just need to sort of know your landing spot and the slope of the green. We could go in any of these, I think, couldn't we? The left-hand one is probably the one that is most likely to not be able to stop it in time. And I suspect that a few of you have actually been in this bunker. So let's go in this one. It's probably more relevant. You shouldn't be in the one on the right or the left. Shouldn't be in this one either, but I do seem to remember being in this in my starter club days. You couldn't get the damn thing to stop. It used to come in about 6 feet off the ground, and I'd go in here, roll the back of the green. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been in here a few times before. Just check my 9-iron mapping. I usually hit a 9-iron off the tee, 130. So yeah, we can hit a 9-iron. Into there we go. Right, see if we've got room to play a flop. Ooh, I'm not sure we have actually. So you've got to get to 9. which would be, there's the 50, so 60 degrees. My mid wedge gets to 11. The most lofted club will only get to 7. It won't get over the junk. It's 40-50 rough there, so we can't get over that. I could play a flop with my mid-level club. It's probably going to rocket past. Might get away with it, but I'm going to cut this fine. Guys. I'm going to try and play a full shot. I'm going to land it just over the edge of the rough, hopefully. Oh. Landed 6 and needed to land 8. That was poor. It's maybe a little bit more of an upslope than I thought. Well, we better get our act together here, hadn't we? We could give that shot away quite easily if we're not careful here. So you look at this, just watch the contours, watch the way that this, you can see this is slightly uphill. We can give it a little bit of an extra bang. It'll roll out. Boom. Phew. We got away with that, didn't we? Okay, we got the dreaded wind. Let's show you a trick shot. I mean, the problem with this, if you aim down the left, you'll hit the trees. If you aim down the middle, it'll drift into the rough on the right. We are going to aim down the right of the fairway, and we're going to play like a duck hook, effectively. Left of that, I didn't quite hit as far left as I intended. That's probably in the rough. If you're a little bit further left, the ball will actually draw against the wind before coming back. It sort of sets off way left of where you aimed it. As you saw, that ended up left of where we aimed it, but we just punched this down the fairway. Okay, where do we want to miss this one? The bunker on the right is the one that, if I get in the trees on the left, if you do get in the trees on the left, trying to be a bit greedy, then this is actually not a bad place to leave it. You can kind of aim for the gap between the two bunkers and run it in there. But if you miss it into this one, it's a very easy up and down. Again, the green slopes right to left and away, towards the player, which makes it a little bit more easy to control the distance. We'll aim for that nice fat part of the bunker there. Just make sure we do actually hit the bunker. Alright, so this time, this one's going to curl quite a bit right to left. We've got the wind is into. There's a reasonable upslope there as well. Now we're going, you can see we're going up the hill. We're going to have to come round like about land there-ish, and it's going to roll round this kind of direction. So that's the plan. Again, we can't get there with a flop. So we're going to have to play a full shot. We can't reliably get there with a flop anyway. Aim to hit this about 28 yards is the aim. There we go. A little bit short, could maybe hit that 30. Really gripped up quite fast there, right? 4 yards a roll. That's on the bottom end of what we would have expected. There's kind of a little bit of a ridge runs through the middle of the green. If you land it in that, it's going to stop. But again, we should be able to clean this one up without too much bother. Just make sure we're firm enough. Okay, just make sure we hit the fairway. Oops. Not the finest strike, but it doesn't really matter. Now this is a green you'll miss quite a lot, particularly into the wind, and the place to miss it here is a great play. Anywhere left here is totally hosed. I mean, this area here is dead. You can get up and down from the bunker on the left, but this is where I want to be. Want to be in this zone here. If you're coming in there with a lump of wood, not really sure of getting there. Make sure you err on the side of missing the green to the right, because it's an easy pitch. You're going up the hill, you're coming into the wind half the time as well. But going up the hill, up the contours gives you a good chance. So we're going to aim for this bunker. Maybe we go in the 40-50. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're in the bunker. Now, long is bad, so you've got to be a bit careful. Don't be greedy. We've all done it. You get greedy, you go sort of 5 feet past, you leave yourself a devilish curling putt. Don't do that. It's a straight easy birdie putt up the green. It is a one that you'll fancy holding, this one, so you need to be sort of disciplined. See, it's rolling right to left. So we're going to try and play this about 27's right. I'm going to play 26 to keep it just a hair short, which is just beyond the 50% mark. Might be a fraction short. Couple of 5 feet short, that's fine. There we go. That's easy to tidy up. When you're playing these on 13s or 14s, which is sort of what I'm doing most of the time, you just get frightened of those shots. You'll take an up and down birdie all day long. So 2 under. I'm just going to have to play a little flip here, aren't we? Where do you all go? This front bunkers. I've seen people going. Seen good players go in here. If you've got the apparel boost on, this bunker is in play as well. I can't remember being in here. I can't remember being in this one since leveling up using lower spin irons. But anyway, we're going to have a go now. 50-60. Right, we've finally got one. Right. I mean, this would have been an easy flop. This would have been a flop full 64 degree that would have landed just past that, rolled up towards the hole. I don't think that. See if I've got some mapping notes for the 50-60 lie. Don't think I have. I think I've just got a 60-70. I'm pretty sure that a flop is not going to come out of here. It's going to either stay in the bunker, it's going to get caught in that nasty stuff on the top. If I go with a flop with the bigger club, I'm still not sure that'll come out either. So this is where being comfortable in any situation is important. And I'm not comfortable with those shots. I haven't got them mapped. You spied a weakness in my game. So, but I do know that the full shot just needs a little bit extra power here. So if we try and hit this about 16, 17, give it a little bit extra just to make sure, it should pop out over the top of that. I left the pin in deliberately there, just as a bit of a backstop. And that came out really nice. That I thought that may have took a bit of a hop on from, it's a little bit of a downslope beyond the bunker there. It didn't. Okay, let's have a look at the stats. So 2 under, pretty solid for missing 9 greens deliberately. Sand saves on 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18, 8 sand saves. Good in the clash. And I guess the lesson for this is know your carry distance out of the bunker. Have a good feel for how it's going to roll out. And particularly know your flop distances. Know a couple of key distances out of sort of 30, 40. And you're in pretty good shape. I mean, 2 under. Not bad. Let's have a look at the other stats. Yeah. Hope that's useful, and thank you for watching.